I have some breaking news for all of those watching or viewing, and that is to report that earlier this morning, President Trump signed a piece of legislation which he called seriously flawed for imposing sanctions against Russia, and is also notable for giving Congress the power to veto a hypothetical scenario where President Trump would try to remove these sanctions. You had the White House release a statement about how it's unconstitutional. They're taking up for their leaders, so of course they would, equate that. But what I found really interesting about this whole incident is that it reminded me, because for several months now I've been hearing about, oh, what if Hillary had won? What if Hillary had won? If Hillary had won? And one might argue, okay, why are you bringing her up? She's irrelevant now. Well, I'm doing it for a few reasons. One is that when people heard the news that she lost, they cried. And, that was over the perceived view that what Trump would do is going to be radically different and much worse than what she would do. So you have him imposing these sanctions, be it, regardless of whether or not he likes it or not, he signed it. And, there was this belief that if she got in office, relations with Russia would have worsened. Well, it's being said now by him that relations with Russia will worsen. And we don't know the long-term effects of this yet. But, I can't see a country liking us more because we restricted it further. So take that into account. Really what I'm trying to convey here is that with Trump, we've seen relations either worsen or get neutral. When Clinton was running, we were told that relations with Russia would either get worse or remain where they were in place. So, again, this idea that you get change with your vote gets further tarnished with each new act that reminds me of what we were told by him and by those campaign surrogates what would be different, and we're not getting that difference. So it all feels like a total, not a lie, but certainly not what was promised or pledged. And that's really what American politics in its more classical form for the last 20, 30, 40 years has been, where you elect someone to office, be it president or senator or governor, and they say, if I get in there, I'm going to do this. If I get in there, this will change. And you get none of that at all.